The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the producers and the individuals appearing on this program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the staff of the Sun Prairie Media Center, its members or underwriters, the board members of the Media Center Commission, Charter Communications, TDS Telecom, or the staff and elected officials of the City of Sun Prairie.
Hi everyone, welcome to Simply Fun Cooking. I'm your host, Rachel Hanson, and I'm super excited because today I am going to show you some really cool new recipes for the summer. It is hot and muggy, but it's also the time of year that we're getting together with friends and family, whether it's camping or just fun barbecues, and I've got some really great recipes to share with you that will not heat up your kitchen, that are going to be delicious and that are super simple to make. So today we're going to start with a strawberry cheesecake dip. This is a great appetizer or a great dessert. It's nice and sweet, it's nice and light, and I'm going to show you how to make that. And then we're also going to make a southwestern salad, perfect as your main dish or an appetizer. And then we're going to make some fun quicksicles at the end, and the kids are going to love those, so I'm excited to show those to you. So for the strawberry cheesecake dip, we are going to use our brand new Cool and Serve bowl. We're actually going to use the larger size for our salad, but these bowls are fantastic. They're dishwasher safe, and this little ice pack, which is also dishwasher safe, can go right in the bottom. All right, so I just pulled it out of the freezer. It goes right in the bottom. We're going to put our dip in here, and then it will stay cool all day. It'll last about 6 to 8 hours. So we're going to make our dip. We're going to let it chill for a little bit while we make our other recipes, and then we're going to try it later. So for our strawberry cheesecake dip, we are going to start with some strawberries. We only need about 6 to 8 of them. We're going to take the tops off of our strawberries, and we're going to take about 3 of them, and we're going to slice them up and set those aside, and those are going to be the topping for our dip. So we're just going to take these, take the greens off. The core and more makes that super quick and easy. Throw those on the quick slice. And we're going to slice one direction, and then we're going to pull our strawberries off. And we're actually going to slice them again. So we'll put them back on, but rotated 90 degrees. So then when we slice them, we get little chunks. Okay, so these strawberries we are going to set aside. Like I said, these are going to be the topping for our dip. Now the other ones, we're going to put these in the manual food processor, and we're going to chop them up. We're going to add in some cream cheese, and we're going to add in some powdered sugar, a little bit of vanilla, and then we're going to mix that all together, chop it all up, mix it together, and we're going to fold in some Greek yogurt, and that's all there is to it. So really super simple. And of course with that cream cheese and that yogurt, that's why it's so wonderful to have the Cool and Serve bowl with that ice pack in there to keep it nice and cold. You can make this with any sort of fruit that you wanted, but strawberries are just such a great fresh summer fruit. Kind of almost puree those strawberries a bit. All right, and then we're going to add in our cream cheese. Breaking it up just a little bit as we put it in makes it a little bit easier. Now this cream cheese has been out softening for a couple of hours. That will make it much easier to mix. And that's the great thing about the manual food processor, is not only does it chop, but it mixes at the same time. So it's perfect for these nice dips, salad dressings, pesto, all sorts of great recipes. All right, so you can see it's mixing, it's coming together a bit there. So we're going to add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla. All right, and then 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar. And we're going to mix it again. That is coming together real nicely. And then what we need to do is we need to fold in our Greek yogurt. Now you can transfer this into a big mixing bowl if you'd like, if that makes it easier for you, or you can mix it right in here. Now if you're making this recipe at home, and you're just making it just for your family, you don't want to put it in the cool and serve bowl, you can actually serve it right out of here, right? Because the manual food processor comes with a lid that pops on, so you can even just put the leftovers right in the fridge, right in this bowl. But when taking it to a party, I love using the cool and serve bowl because it'll keep it nice and cool. All right, so we're going to take just 8 ounces of plain Greek yogurt. Now, of course, this is another place where you could mix up the flavors a little bit, right? You could use a strawberry Greek yogurt. You could use a vanilla. You could play around with different flavors just to give some different flavors or different textures to your dip. But the recipe that I'm sharing with you today just has the plain in there. So that's what we're doing. But don't be afraid to mix things up. Don't be afraid to try something new and to play with it, because I bet there are tons of delicious combos out there. All right, so we just gently fold in that Greek yogurt. Keep it nice and light and fluffy. So we're going to transfer that into our cool and serve bowl. And then we take our strawberries that we chopped up, and we'll just kind of put those right on top, just like that. And there you go, strawberry cheesecake dip all ready to go. And while that's cooling, we're going to move on to our southwestern salad. First, we're going to get our chicken started. So I have here just a couple of chicken breasts. They are thawed. I've been marinating them in just a little bit of oil and some of our southwestern seasoning. Okay. Now, when you are cooking on the grill pan, as we're going to be doing right here, you actually do want to oil up your meat or your veggies before you throw them on the pan, because the pan is wonderful and has these nice ridges on there so that you get those nice grill marks. But if you throw the oil in the pan, it's going to sit in those grooves and not on your meat. So we want to always oil up the meat first. Now, that being said, this pan is nonstick, so we really don't have to worry about it sticking, though the press is cast iron. But even still, not a big deal. So we're going to throw this on there. We're going to listen for the nice sizzle. We're going to get some nice grill marks on there. We'll let it rest a little bit before we chop it all up to throw on our salad. So just go ahead and take this off here, and we'll get our chicken on. Here comes my favorite part. You ready? I love the sizzle. We're going to go ahead and put the press on there. We're going to let it cook for about 4 minutes on each side. So we'll flip them halfway through, and then we'll let them rest, and we'll chop them up for the salad. So we have our heat turned to about medium-high. We're just going to let our chicken cook here. And while that's getting ready, we're going to get some of our other ingredients ready. So again, we are going to use, this is our larger of the cool and serve bowls. All right, so this is a 2.5 quart bowl. Again, same thing. We're just going to take this out. We're going to put our cooler pack in the bottom. Now, if you have our small cool and serve tray, this is actually the exact same size insert. So they're compatible between the two, which is really nice. So I always have them in my freezer, ready to go. All right, so in here, we are going to get our lettuce prepped. So I've already washed it off. Just cut off the end here. And look at this. We're just going to throw it all right in our bowl. And we're going to use our salad choppers. And we'll just shred up our lettuce. Makes it super easy. You can shred it right in this dish. No need to dirty another bowl. So I just like to shred it up until you get nice bite-sized pieces. Kind of mix it around a little bit. Make sure you get every single chunk. So now we've got our lettuce all chopped up, and this will be the base for our salad. And we can put all of our other ingredients right on top. Black beans drained and rinsed. All right, we're going to add in some red pepper. Go ahead and cut off the top of the pepper about even with the base of the green stem, just like this. Okay? And the stem will set aside. We have a nice flat surface. We can take our scoop loop and we can peel out all of those seeds. We are going to use our manual food processor again, and we're going to take our red pepper just kind of give it a quick wedge. And we'll throw it in here to chop it up. We'll chop this nice and fine, and it'll be ready to go on our salad. Look at that, nicely chopped up, ready to go. We're also going to make our own dressing for this salad. So we're going to get that prepped. We are going to start with just some ranch dressing, and we're going to turn it into a Southwestern ranch. So here we have a brand new bottle. Get it open here. And we need about 3/4 of a cup of the ranch. And we'll just put that right into our prep bowl. Okay. And then we are going to chop up some jalapenos. Now you can get a fresh jalapeno. I have some that are canned, so I'm just going to use some of those. Now, of course, you can make this as spicy or as mild as you would like. My jalapenos still have the seeds in them. You can definitely take the seeds out, especially if you're using a fresh jalapeno. The seeds are going to give it the most spice. I'll just chop them up just like this. And if you don't want to use a jalapeno, or if you don't want to chop them up yourself, you can definitely get those little cans of chilies, and that would work really well also. So we'll just put those in there. And then we are going to add, some of the Southwestern seasoning. Now this is the same seasoning that I put on top of the chicken. So we're going to add some of that to our salad dressing. And we only need about 1/4 of a teaspoon. I'm going to add a little extra because I love the Southwestern. We'll add that in there. And then we need about 1 tablespoon of lime juice. So we're going to take a lime. Now remember, the best limes for juicing are the nice heavy ones. And this is a nice heavy lime. They had some really great limes at the store this week. So if you roll it out between your palm and your cutting board or your counter just a little bit, it helps break up some of those cells in there so you get more of the juice out. We'll just take half of the lime. Remember, we throw it in upside down so that when we juice it, oh, it's going to be more than a tablespoon, but that'll be fine. This is a juicy lime. Okay? Remember, when you juice it, it totally inverts your lime, gets all that juice out. Save the other half for something else, maybe a cocktail. The right amount for your 1 part sour for a cocktail. Whisk it together, and then you have your Southwestern ranch dressing for your salad. So we'll set that aside. Let's go ahead and check out our chicken and see how it's doing. All right, while our chicken is finishing up, we are just going to start putting our salad together. We've got our black beans, our red pepper. Add that over in this corner. I'm giving you some ideas of how to start, but you can take this and make it your own. Our recipe calls for olives. I'm not a fan of olives, so I'm not putting them on, but I am going to add some cheese today. You could add tomatoes if you like. Whatever kind of ingredients are calling to you. So we're going to take our, we got to add our corn here. Now the measuring colander here that I had the beans in, the beans were in there because I needed to drain and rinse them. And this is a perfect tool for that. So I just drained the beans right in here. I was able to rinse them. Okay. Great way to measure if you only need, say, 1/2 cup of blueberries. You can measure while you're rinsing them right in here. It's also great for like canned fruit, right? Especially in the wintertime when fresh fruit is harder to come by. I get canned fruit and I rinse off all of that sugar syrup before I give it to my kids. It's perfect for that. All right, so we're going to add some corn here. It's coming together quite nicely. Let's see how our chicken's doing. Oh, look at that. We're starting to get some nice grill marks on there. Almost done. All right, we're going to get our avocado prepped and ready to go. And it's really good for you. Really good for your heart, for your cholesterol. It's those good fats. So flavorful. So I'm just going to get it all diced up and ready to go. We're going to put this on top after our salad is ready. And I did say we're going to add a little bit of cheese. Now I think I've shared with you guys before, but I'm going to share again because this is just such a great tip. With your cheese, always open your package, kind of pull back the plastic, and cut off what you need. And then wrap everything back up right in that original plastic. And from here you can put it in whatever storage container you normally use. But by slicing your cheese off that way, instead of opening the entire package of cheese first, you are really limiting the amount of bacteria that you're introducing to your cheese. Because cheese is a great growing platform for bacteria. So I don't know if you've ever noticed, you get your block of cheese, you open it up, you use it. A few days later, you go to use it and you start getting these little white spots on your cheese. It's from the bacteria on your fingers, which no matter how many times we wash our hands, we have a little bacteria on our fingers. So just by doing that simple step to make sure that you only touch the cheese that you're going to use immediately, it'll keep the rest of it fresher longer. So we're going to put a little bit of our cheese in here. We'll get that ready to mix around. All right, got some extra here. Now see, if I had my little helper with me today, I would not have any extra cheese on this cutting board. He would have eaten it already. All right, let's check out our chicken, see how we're doing here. Look at that. Quick and easy, without having to fire up the grill outside. I love it. All right. So we're just going to slice up this chicken. We're going to lay it right on top. And then we'll be ready to go. Lay them on our salad right like this. All right. And then we're going to top everything with our fresh avocado. All right. There you go, that fresh avocado on there. Underneath we've got the corn, the beans, the red pepper, all ready to go. And then we can just put the lid on and it's all ready to take with us for our get-together. All right, so we're going to set that aside. And I'm going to get things cleaned up a little bit, and then I'm going to show you the magic of Quicksicles. All right, so now we are going to make some Quicksicles. These are so fun. They are great for the kids this summer, and there's some adult versions I'm going to share with you too. So these are popsicles that are going to freeze up and be ready to go in 8 minutes. So this is our Quixicle maker. I've had it sitting in the freezer. We are going to make 2 different kinds today. So I'm going to start by showing you these berry lemonade. So we're going to just take a strawberry, slice it up, and I've got some blueberries all washed up here. So what's really neat about our Quixicle maker is we can just take some slices of fruit and we can just kind of put them right inside along the wall. So we're going to put some blueberries at the bottom, and we'll put some strawberries in there. And then we're going to pour our lemonade in with our little Quixicle handle, and we're just going to let it sit. And after about 8 minutes, we will have popsicles all ready to go. So we just press these strawberries along the side here, and they just kind of stick to the inside of the Quixicle maker right there. And then all we need to do is we have our little sticks here. Now you notice they've got a little crisscross pattern on there. That's so that the Quixicles don't fall off as you are eating them. So we just put these right in here, push them down. And then we've got our lemonade here. We have a nice little cup that we can use to pour it in. And we're just going to pour this lemonade in right up to the fill line. And that's all there is to it. Super quick and easy. You can use any kind of juice you want. Now a fun variation on these is if instead of lemonade you use Moscato, you have a really fun adult version. Oh, we need a little bit more. Really fun adult version of these. And again, any kind of fruit you might want to put in there, would be super delicious. You just need some nice thin pieces to put along those sides. All right, so we're gonna let these sit. They should take about 8 minutes to set up. Now with just the lemonade in there, they're gonna be nice and hard. Now if you were going to use the Moscato, those are gonna be a little bit softer popsicle when they come out, so you are gonna wanna eat those right away. These I can actually put in a container after they're done, and I can throw them in the freezer and have them ready to go anytime I want. So we're gonna let those just kind of sit. The second variation we are gonna make today are pina colada. Now I'm gonna make some kid-friendly ones, but you can definitely add in some rum and give it a nice little adult flavor. So to make these, we are going to start with some coconut milk. And we need about 3/4 of a cup. So I shook up the can already. So we need about 3/4 of a cup. Add that in. And then our pineapple juice. Now for this we need about 1.5 cups. We'll mix this in right here. And now this is the point where you could add the rum if you would like. Probably all you need is about somewhere between 1/4 of a cup and 1/2 a cup, about 6 tablespoons would be good. All right, so we're gonna mix this together right here. Okay, and this is going to be our mix for our pina colada Quixicles. Now, ooh, that smells so good. Now to just give them a little added something, what we're going to do is we're going to make some fresh whipped cream. So we've got our heavy whipping cream, just a tablespoon or 2 of powdered sugar. I'm going to make it nice and sweet with a little extra powdered sugar. And a splash of vanilla or rum. You could put a splash of Malibu in there. That would be delicious. And we're going to make our whipped cream. So then when our Quixicles are done, we can dip them in whipped cream and put some toasted coconut on the end, and they will be delicious. So we're just going to keep pumping until we have the consistency we want. Check it every so often. You can see that it's thickening up. But I want nice thick whipped cream for this. Just have to keep a close eye on it so you don't make butter on accident. But that's what's great about the whipped cream maker is that you can make homemade butter if you'd like. Oh, perfect. Look at that. You can make homemade butter in here. I've made it sour cream, mayonnaise in there. It's perfect for whipping up nice, light, fluffy eggs. All sorts of things you can do with the whipped cream maker. All right, so we're going to set these aside. We'll be ready to go for the next batch as soon as this batch is done. But these take about 8 minutes, so we're just going to let them sit for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and check them. Let's check our first batch of Quixicles and see how they're looking. So the Quixicle maker comes with this great key, because let me tell you, there is no way you're going to pull these things out just the way they are, right? Look at that. They are stuck in there. So we use this key. We just put it on top, and we spin. And it's got a screw that goes right into the little handle. And we spin and spin and spin until they pop right out. Look at that. We've got the strawberries in there, the blueberries in there. So after you've spun so you've loosened it up, you can just take this right off. All right. And then we can serve these. We've got these nice little cones. Now you can use these little cones. You can just make ice cream, and you can put the ice cream right in there, and little reusable cones with little happy spoons. You can just eat right out of there. But these are also great to make sure that you don't have any drips from your popsicle all over your hand. So you just put your Quixicles right in there. It just locks into place, and there you go. Okay, so these are our berry lemonade. I'm going to throw these in the freezer for just a few minutes so that they stay nice and cold. Now this is great. You can make these batches of these ahead of time. You can have them in the freezer ready to go for when the kids want them immediately. So I'm going to throw these in the freezer, and then I'm going to show you how to make these pina colada popsicles. So now this little cup that comes with, It has on one side, it's got some nice little measure marks. You can actually make layered Quixicles right in here. I'll tell you a little bit about those. But on the other side here, it shows just how much liquid we need for 3 different Quixicles. So for these, super easy. All we're doing is we're putting our sticks in there, and then we're just pouring the liquid in all the way up to the fill line. Don't even need any fruit or anything, although you definitely could. We could put some shredded coconut in there. You could put a little bit of pineapple in there, all sorts of things you could put in there. So we'll just let those sit, again, 8 minutes and they'll be done. But you can have so much fun. You can play with this. And you'll notice I threw these in right after taking the others out. They come out so nice and clean, you don't even really need to rinse it in between. And if you did try to rinse it, it would freeze in there instantly. So don't even worry about it. They come right out nice and clean. They're perfect. But one of the things that I love to do with my kids is just get some nice juice from the store. You know, some of those, even like those naked juices. I know they have small ones at Costco. They've got lots of different flavors at Woodman's. You grab some of those, and we love to make layers. So this little cup will tell you if you want to make 3 different layers or just 2 different layers, how much to pour into each well, so you can measure it out so you get those perfect even layers. And so it's really fun to get, like, say, a strawberry juice and a mango juice, and you can make red and yellow layers in there. And the way to do that is you just pour a little bit of the one juice in, you wait a minute or 2, and then slowly pour the next layer in, wait a minute or 2, pour the next layer in. And overall, it might take more than 8 minutes. It might take like 10 or 11 minutes to have your Quixicles totally done, but they're so worth it and they're so delicious. So when these pina colada Quixicles are done, what we're going to do is we are going to take some of our homemade whipped cream here, and we're going to just dip those right in here, or we're going to take a spatula and we're going to put a little bit right on the end. And then I have some toasted coconut. We just threw a little bit of coconut into the micro cooker here, and just 20-second intervals, we cooked it up in the microwave, and after every 20 seconds just kind of shook it a little bit to mix it around, and kept going another 20 seconds just until you just start to smell that toasted coconut, and it's just starting to turn brown just a little bit, and it'll be perfect. So we'll put a little bit of the fresh whipped cream on there, we'll put some of that toasted coconut on there, and it'll be like a pina colada explosion. It'll be delicious. So like I said, you can definitely add a little bit of rum in this recipe if you'd like. I think I'm going to take the leftover mix here and take that home and do just that. Add a little bit of rum and make some adult versions of these, but these will be ones that the kids can enjoy when they get home from school today. So we're going to wait just a few more minutes, and then I'll pull these out and show you what they look like. And there we go, and a little spoon to catch any bits that fall. So there we go. We've got our pina colada Quixicles, our berry lemonade. We're ready for a hot summer day. Let's get our dip and get our salad and get everything put together for you guys. Look at this fresh salad. Doesn't this look amazing? So again, I chose to not put the dressing on right away, so we can just dribble a little bit over right before we serve. That nice Southwestern ranch. Everybody can choose just how much they want. And all the rest of the salad's going to stay nice and cool in our cool and serve bowl. And then, of course, look at this strawberry cheesecake dip. Now I've got some fresh strawberries and some Nilla wafers to serve with it today. You can serve it with any sort of fresh fruit, graham crackers, other crackers or cookies, pound cake. I mean, you can serve it with all sorts of things. So there we go. Fun, fresh, cool summer treats ready for just your family or for a fun get-together. So if you'd like to see these recipes and you want to learn more about the recipes or these products, you can head on over to pamperedchef.com. You can search for me, Rachel Hanson, or your local Pampered Chef consultant. And of course, I want to thank Sunshine Supper for letting us use their amazing kitchen as always. For those of you here in Sun Prairie, come on out on a Monday night for a free meal. Thank you all for joining me. We'll see you next time.